no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bread until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. Long as my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. As long as my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die.
Downtown between Brush Street and I-375. That's where we're located in the heart of Detroit at Ford Field, which first opened back in 2002. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Giants and the Detroit Lions. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
Let's go. Mike is 59. Mike is 59. 6-man. Check curls, check curls, check curls.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and they're going to have a third down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 18 there, and the Giants have a first down.
First down, New York. Ready. Go to base. He's 59. Mike is 59. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Brings up second and 12. Pick it up. Pick it up.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Getting into the act on the opening drive here with a sack. And remember, they had 5 last week.
And they saw that on film, and that meant that they had to get together. Offensive coordinator, quarterback's coach, offensive line coach, receivers coach, and say, how do we beat this pressure? Because everyone has to win against the defense and get the ball out of the hands of the quarterback very quickly.
Let's go. Let's go.
Murray with a 3rd and long. And the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. Not the opening possession they were looking for, especially on the road.
No doubt about it, because they wanted to come out and establish a little momentum right away. But now bringing up a 4th down, an empty possession, not what they were seeking.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Check 43.
The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. A give to Kamara running right. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
Down. 10 Lobo. 2. You don't know no better.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And he finds Penny. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. First down Lions on a pickup of 13.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
I smell fear. Get it.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Let's go, let's go.
2nd and 1. Gets this one to Hill. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Check 53's Mike. Check Mike, check Mike. Mike, 53. 53, Mike. Go.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll be a 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. They'll run. This is Kamara.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. No doubt a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down. On first down, it's Jacobs. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Murray going to try to throw on third down. It's caught. Shepard. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. It'll be a pickup of 4. Good enough to earn him yet another first down. No score after 1 on EA Sports. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Check, 59. Push him back. Push him back.
On 2nd and 9, Murray finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 17 yards and a Giant first down. They'll run on first down. Jacobs. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now this pass to Vance McDonald complete.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
From the gun on third down, Murray. He's got his man. It's Williams. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. Murray going to lead his guys up 1st and 10, and he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. Back to the running game with Jacobs. And some room to work. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down. This is a very impressive drive, especially when you consider where they started from to now be set up 1st and goal.
Yeah, some nice running right there. That's what got him the first down. But at this point, I suggest open.
And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Kyler Murray, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
2nd and 11. Rolling to his right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked off near the 26. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. And to give this time to the tailback. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Murray firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Let's go.
And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Kenny Moore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I've played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take it, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
They go play action here on first down. This one caught by Crowder. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Keenan Allen, his first touchdown of the new season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Boswell good with the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it?
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. 3rd and 2, and here's Murray. Wide open receiver, complete. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Murray now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's first and nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Quick hitter here, it's complete. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece. 7-7 our score. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides are trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
Check pass. Check pass. Hey, watch it. Watch it. twist. Watch the twist. Get it.
On second down, Kamara.
Go, just run.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Running with Kamara. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. Second and 8.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Here's second and 8. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Alex Anzalone. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
If there's any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels.
Now a pass hauled in downfield and able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. One heck of a third down conversion, 33 yards. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Detroit. Alvin Kamara, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Lions have taken the lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8. On play action, it's Murray. They'll roll him out right. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a third and 8. Looking left side, and it's complete. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. A big play there. His first touchdown of the new season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And oh, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7. Here's a second and 7. His throw incomplete. He was looking for Jamison Crowder there, and it's third down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Looking to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him. They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And now Murray's going to set up the throw. This one brought in by the 6'5" tight end Waring.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and he passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Murray now on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They'll run it now out of the gun. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. Julian Love, the rookie from Notre Dame, there to get a hand in. Here's J.K. Scott now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Watch the screen. Check your hot read.
Trying to run down some clock with Kamara. And he's able to get him a small cushion before being taken down at the 5, a gain of 3. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell them to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit. So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. He doesn't often as a corner get the chance to make a stop in the run game, but he did there. Nice job.
Yeah, how about winning his one-on-one battle on the perimeter? And in this case, it turned into a tackle out there. Big-time play. Love what we just saw.
He'll look to throw. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And he'll wind up losing 5 yards or so on the return, but no matter, they've got the football back. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. After the turnover, here's Murray. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. 13 yards, good for a giant first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Murray now, perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs from the gun, and he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Watch the pass.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. It's wearing the tight end with it. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This for a 4th quarter lead. And his kick is indeed good. And with that, they will move ahead by 2 here in the 4th. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are.
He's got a man, complete. Give him 30 yards there.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them a lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
They'll drop to throw. It's Hill, complete. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another first down. This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
Topper! Check.
Back to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
On the ground, this is Kamara. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the fourth quarter. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a first down in field goal range already. Back to throw. He gets it to his running back, Rashad Penny. 7 yards on the play, and that'll make this a second down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. On the ground, Kamara. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Kamara. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? They'll try to run it in. It's Kamara. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Boswell's kick is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. And you know, in an era of cost-cutting and maximizing your roster, this is a club that does not skimp on special teams, and in these situations, it pays dividends. And that's great vision by the organization. When the difference between winning or losing depends on who you have kicking the ball, would you rather have a street free agent out there or a solid pro like this? Answer's pretty evident to me. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking...
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
Go now. 8-3. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Get it.
Victory all but assured now as they take a knee here, and they're going to escape with a 1-point victory.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 46-yard line.
So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, Pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for Detroit, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they'll fall to 1-2, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.